Good evening. Welcome to ORP-TV. I'm Craig Stegner coming to you from the JK Auto Repair Studio. This is your All Parts Auto Salvage weekend race schedule and report. Well, this weekend has been a busy one and it's still going on at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Last night, of course, was the ARCA Menard Series race. This was kind of on a short notice, but I tell you what, the crowd was right on pace with all the other ARCA races that we've watched on TV. So a really good turnout for the ARCA race at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Early rains yesterday. Was headed up about 9 o'clock in the morning, getting close to Lebanon, and it came down a horrible storm. As my dad would say, a toad strangler. People were driving with their hazards on. It was really a big storm. Really concerned us because the parade was supposed to start at 10. At about that time, it was just finishing up, so the parade was just a little bit late, a few minutes late getting started. But all in all, they were able to make the parade route with all the haulers. A great turnout for that. It was really cool seeing that. I hope you saw the live report that we did as they were returning back to the Speedway. The race itself, early on, we saw a lot of the practice. They did the qualifying, the pole qualifying for today's late model race, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Brett Holmes, he was on fire during the practice and qualifying. Hailie Deegan actually was leading after practice number 1. She was the number 1 in practice. However, when it came time to qualifying, Brett Holmes set a new track record. And I spoke with him right before the driver introductions and talked to him about that. And I said, you know how big that is for this track? And he said, well, no. And I started telling him some of the drivers who had raced there before. Carl Edwards, Jamie McMurray, all the Wallaces, just Larry Phillips, of course. And he did not realize quite the history of that track, but was really excited. And he said that he's friends with Carl Edwards. He'd have to make sure that he sent him a message to let him know that he had run a faster lap time than Carl ever had. Race time comes. Brett Holmes takes off. He leads the first 69 laps. Absolutely was on fire. There were a few spins. The Hailie Deegan distractors would say they were all Hailie Deegan. She was involved in them. They were all in the corner, the first corner, turns 1 and 2, where there was some seepage. They call them weepers, where the water starts to saturate and cracks from the track. Water starts to come up and you see some just random spots in the track. Made for a tough track, but lo and behold, couple spins, this and that. Hailie Deegan takes the lead. Her first ever laps led in the ARCA series. In the crowd, you would have thought that Dale Jr. was there taking the lead, the way the crowd responded to her being in the lead. 85 laps she led. She was leading at the halfway point and led the most laps, which was good for her on points, as she's now moved back into 3rd place on points. Well, in the end, Sam Mayer, great racer. I believe he had 2 or 3 wins already coming into the season. Takes the lead, passes Hailie. So did Brett Holmes. That's kind of the way it went up until the last lap after the white flag. Hailie's teammate, Ty Gibbs, got into her pretty hard. She said she couldn't complain too much because it wasn't unlike the passes that she had made. So lo and behold, Sam Mayer takes the win. Brett Holmes the second. 15-year-old Taylor Gray third. Ty Gibbs fourth. And Hailie Deegan fifth. One last thing I do want to say about that event, about the racers themselves. Some of the racers really dislike Hailie Deegan because of her, with her style and her name and the huge amount of the crowd that was there to see her, by evidence of the line of people after the race waiting to get autographs. I did notice that Brett Holmes was still there doing autographs. Noticeably absent was Taylor Gray and Ty Gibbs. I will say this for racers and for any of our local racers. You can't complain about your fan base if you aren't there for your fans. So Ty Gibbs, I was a big fan going into yesterday. I couldn't get a word in with you, couldn't get an autograph, and neither could anyone else. So don't complain about not having as many fans as Hailie Deegan when she came back out after the race, changed clothes, and signed autographs and posed for pictures for every single person who wanted one, and there was a lot, and you don't do any. So racers, take notice of that. Take care of your fans, and your fans will take care of you. Lebanon I-44 Speedway is in action again right now. Let's see, it's 6:07, so at 6:15 they're going to be doing the qualifying for the ARCA CRA Super Series JEGS CRA All-Stars 100. Race is coming up at 7:30. If you're not able to make it out there, which you still got plenty of time, you got almost an hour and a half to make it to Lebanon, you can watch it on pay-per-view on speed51.com, speed51.com. You can pay and watch that at home. We did interview Cole Williams yesterday. That kid is going to be somebody. He's fast. He's on the pole for today. He's a marketing major, a handsome young man, well-spoken, and he was posing for pictures and signing autographs. He's going to be a star. Watch him. I guarantee you he's going to be somebody big to know. The ARCA Series moves on next week to Toledo, and that'll be on MAV TV. Over at Monette, the Monette Motor Speedway had their championship night. This was last night. Pure Stock winner for the night was Chad Summerford. Midwest Mod winner was Melvin Breesy. Late Model Larry Brady. And B Mod Caleb Bray. Well, your season champions, the Pure Stock season champion Keith Easley. Midwest Mod Melvin Breesy, who won last night, is also your I'm sorry, I was just reading something there. Your Midwest Mod winner last night, Melvin Breesy, is your season champ. Late Model Matthew Tulin is your winner. The B-Mod champion Greg Woodcock, and Legends champion Sean Dudley. And over at Central Missouri Speedway, this was the first of 2 nights of racing. Central Missouri A-Mod winner last night, Gunnar Martin. B-Mod winner Cole Campbell. Mod Light, Dylan Rafferty. Pure Stocks was Bobby Russell. And Lightning Sprints was Chase Fisher. Lucas Oil Speedway had the MLRA Ron Jenkins Memorial. Your street stock winner there was Taylor Carver. B-Mod Chris Jackson. And late model winner was Mason Oberkramer. At I-35 Speedway, the USRA Modified winner, Taylor Hibner. USRA B-Mod, Shadron Turner. USRA Stock Cars, Doug Keller. Pure Stock, Brandon Dixon. Midwest Limited Late Model, Kerry Davis. Casey Burnett takes your E-Mod. Sport Compact, John Willard. I believe he's probably just about got a clean sweep there in that Sport Compact series this year. And non-winged sprints was Wyatt Burks. Lake Ozark had the night 1 of 2, a 2-night event. 360 sprints winged was Robbie Price. James Kinder takes the POWRi Race Saver Sprint Series. The POWRi War non-wing sprints was Brady Bacon. Legit Motor Speedway last night. Hobby Stock winner was Landon Clinton. Donnie Miller is your Super Stock winner. Roger Witt takes the IMCA Modified class. Bone Stock, Michael Smith. Cash Money Dirt Series was Cole Wells. Late Model, Dwayne Kiefer. And B-Mod was Brandon Baldridge. Hillbilly Speedway last night, your V8 class, your top 3. Matthew Summers, O'Donnell Duck Baker, and Thomas Brashears. I tell you what, those two, Baker and Summers, must have had a heck of a night to defeat Thomas Brashears, so congratulations on that. Your V6A feature winner, James DeWitt, followed by Preston Horn and Ken Mills. The B feature, James Craig, Elijah Horn, and Justin Ketchum. The 4-cylinder A feature, Joe Hopkins, Dylan Perry, and Darren Moyers. And the B feature, Garrett Stark, Keaton Murphy and Jesse Beck. Now, at Nevada last night, USRA B-Mod winner was Chris Jackson. I'm sorry, this was Friday night. Chris Jackson takes the B-Mod. Late model, Mark Simon. Pure Stock, our buddy, I'm sure happy to see this, Mike Piercy. Midwest Mods, Joe Francis. And Hornets was Randy Dye. Yesterday, Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Series moved to Redbud. This is Buchanan, Michigan. So they make their northern swing. Your 450 winner going 1-1 and really stretching out the lead for this series is Zach Osborne. Rookie Chase Sexton was second, and Justin Bam Bam Barsha takes third. The 250 class, Jeremy Martin, RJ Hampshire, and Shane McElrath. The Gander RV Series was at Darlington. This was earlier today. Ben Rhodes takes the win. Derek Kraus and Austin Hill round out your top three. Last night, also from Darlington, Xfinity was Brandon Jones, Ross Chastain, and Ryan Sieg. Now, NASCAR is on right now from Darlington, and NHRA is over, I believe, on Fox or FS1. I have it on our page here, but those are both going on right now. NHRA ought to be finishing up pretty soon. NASCAR started about an hour ago. Want to talk about one of our good friends. I want to ask you for your thoughts and prayers and well wishes. If you've been to historic Bolivar Speedway, you know this young lady right here. That's Vicki Benner. Vicki is a graduate of Lebanon High School, moved off up north, and then when the opportunity to purchase Bolivar Speedway come up, her and her husband Jim jumped on that, and they are the owners. Well, Vicki is in the ICU right now. She has pneumonia and COVID and has been on a respirator. So Vicki, thoughts and prayers are with you. Absolutely love you, Vicki, and I know that a lot of your fans and the Bolivar Speedway racers and the racing community as a whole will be pulling for you. We want to see you back out the track. The race for next weekend has been canceled. They're planning on the week after that, hopefully returning. I just want to say this again. Let's send our thoughts and prayers to Vicki Benner. Vicki, we love you. We want to see you get well. I hope to see you again real soon out at the track. That's going to do it. We will give you all the results. There's a lot of racing going on tonight around the area. I know that Central Missouri, Lake Ozark both have their second nights racing. Springfield Raceway has their KTTS Ozarks Area Dirt Championships. I saw that they had 163 cars entered at Springfield Raceway. That's going to be a big one. And don't forget, you still have time to go out to Lebanon I-44 Speedway for the ARCA CRA Super Series JEGS CRA All-Stars 100. That race starts at 7:30. Qualifying going on right now. And again, if you don't have a chance to make it there, it's too far a drive. It's on pay-per-view. It's speed51.com. I want to thank Brennan Willard, the staff at Lebanon I-44, Tony Wright, Jordan. I want to thank everybody for helping us get in there and get some of the interviews and pictures. And one more thing. We had the drawing for the contest to give away a couple tickets to that event. Well, I'm going to reward you all with something really cool here. Those of you who entered already, this is why it was important to enter that, because those of you who did not win are automatically entered. Look at this. I have 2 autographed posters. This is event posters. This is autographed by Brett Holmes, Drew Dollar, Michael Self. Can't remember some of the other drivers we had on there. I believe Tim Richmond, Brad Smith. Several of the autographs on there, and I even have one. We got Haley Deegan to autograph a couple posters. I'm going to give away one of those also. So on the Wednesday show, we will redraw from those people who, I still got them right here, the people who entered that contest. I told you somebody's going to win an autographed event poster, and I've got them right here. I look forward to giving those away. Thank you for joining us here on ORP TV. Thank you again for sharing all the results. I enjoyed getting to talk to some of the people yesterday. Remember, if it's racing, it's on ORP TV. This is the only place to get the results from all forms of racing around the Ozarks, national and local. We'll see you back here Wednesday. Vicki, we love you. Get well soon. For ORP TV, I'm Stag.